Messy hair. Ooh, what happened here? Ew, are they... Are they decaying? They better be decaying. Oh, they're decaying. It smells in here. Ew, it smells in here. It smells like shite. Ooh. Ooh, anybody in here? Ooh, anybody in here? I clipped this emote. Oh, yeah, I think I don't know who told me that. Was it, I think it was Hagatha? I think Hagatha told me one morning. Misread streams as sweats, and now I want Cyrus sweatpants stream. That's not. Oh no. I do have a sweatpant that, it's not really sweatpants, they're kind of like pajama pants in the sense that now I want to, oh, sweaty, oh no, oh no no no, oh no no no. What happened to the people here? Did they all leave or did we already meet them? Bow. Messy hair. Sweat. To think that people actually volunteer their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case, they would cease to be men. Was their devotion to Zoralja so absolute? Where are we going? It won't open. I don't think it'll yield to our... Wait. It'll yield to our shoulders either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find the key. Channel point redemption. Oh, not like this is Resident Evil. Resident Evil, mama. What? There's people in here. I wonder what Becklug would make of this research into transferred souls. Oh my god, everything's coming around again. I hate it. The researchers likely moved between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. It makes me angry to think about what they did here. There's a journal here. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Souls transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes? I am good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today, bit offhand a feeder. Today, a bit offhand of feeder. Cannot help it. So strong. Oh, you're getting dumb. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. An eater must eat. Oh my god, this is Resident Evil. You find nothing that resembles a verification key. Perhaps you should search elsewhere. What was that, babe? Me, to be honest. Ooh. Resident Evil, man. This is Resident Evil. Ooh, what's happening out there? Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper. And find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. Slay. Slay, let's go. You found the key? Great, I'll call the others. Can't wait for the next expansion so that we can be 110, level 110. Can you guys wait? Can't you guys wait for that? Oh my god. Aren't you guys excited to be over 100? It seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a fire cry from the temple that held Bala Magamarda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that the monitoring could continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Google Jaw's mother. I think I can use this terminal. Shell taught me how. He's so cute. There's so much data. I don't what we should look at. I don't know what we should look at. I don't what we should look at. A typo. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishal Ja. Good name, good game, no bugs. It brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. That turtle is so cute, the turtle. Tishal Ja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Wait, is that a turtle? I see no shell. No, it's a mammal jaw. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer to the storage device I brought. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. That's not a turtle. It's not a turtle, Bowser. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. That's Shell and the turtle. Stay away from the summoner! Stay away from the summoner! Dun 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 dun. Okay, we're getting milk tea. What you want? I want brown sugar milk tea. Thank you, Bowser. Mwah. Welcome back. Little Jaw has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alize and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Aye, the mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. With Boba 2, thanks. Okay, it'll be there when the sun rises at nighttime. What is nighttime? Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Alize isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, and even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tulialal. My brother is doing all he can to see the Zak-Tural Railroad restored to operation, so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vansgard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Koana seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shell's working the data, we could go and see the state of it ourselves. To Shaloni Station then. I'll make sure to keep Koana informed. Where are we going? I kinda wanna play Genshin. But I kinda also wanna play 14. Vow resolve and Cyrus to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Ah, scratch the on his way. Ooh, Erenville, what are you wearing? Ooh, looking good, Erenville. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need of more befitting attire. You're here about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamachi has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station in a matter of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem: how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mehwa-Tson. Jesus. That is, the Ronik. Though Hetsara that follow them are none too pleased about their Hetso. Sorry. About their Hetso being spooked with the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the road should address that complaint. I'm also not pleased with my local Hets. Nobody is pleased about the Hets. Rocket Wii, you guys said the same thing. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronik will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes plotted to avoid the Ronik's preferred grazing areas though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronik's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mehwa-Tson for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear what the Hetsara have to say about it. They are the ones most affected after all. I believe it would be best to begin with consulting their leader, Huato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetsara encampment if you like. Boom, 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 ba-da-da-da. Beep. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Mika left. You guys, Mika left. My mount is absurd. Excuse me? What is the purpose of the wheel when it's on the ground? I'm just flying. So like, the wheel is for the ground. Like. So silly. Leave me alone. Just kidding. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. Ooh. Vow of resolve, vow of reason, I bid you welcome to our camp, but what brings you all the way to Mahawatson? It's about to give it all, featuring Chrissy Costanza at will. I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of Jacques Tural Railroad. Look at that young person. You two have noted the Ronique's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Shepetto, has been looking into this matter. Shepetto? Normally, we'd expect the Ronique to keep to their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Paryaronan and the Yatanane. Yet they refuse to keep where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetsara would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetsara descent. My parents travel with the Ronique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle. I am forced to assume. A chance encounter with a kind Pelug merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Tulayalal's markets, and that is where the Dawn Servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamachi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Truly. Truly? I've never heard of the Ronique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetsara willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps, I might better make excuses for their actions may never much appeal to me. But if they had good reason, wouldn't you want to know? As so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetsara way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor dancer indeed. Please teach me of the Ronique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn the Hetsara culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronique and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process, we'll find the answers we seek. Ah, Erenville looks so good. I want this. I want this. This should be in the shop. Shepetto. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Oh no, are we farming? Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. So let us meet back here to share later. Let me just do my job. You're learning what the Hatara way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrived at them myself. Our Hetsu provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices, and soap to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? It's fat! Is it dung? Wait, do they use dung? Ew, hi soul! It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered myriad uses for runic chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. But where there is a need, our Hetsu always provides. Calling us fat? No, I'm not calling you guys fat. I'm learning about this tribe. This won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. Hi Rex, how are you? I'm good, I'm good. Just chilling tonight. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the ronique hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. You're just about to eat. What are you eating? I want to know. I have pumpkin ice cream I have in the fridge that I can eat. Sounds good right now. I'm afraid I finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, then why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you'll likely already know that the Ronique are our Hetso, our guides. Saying Hetso is so weird. That we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Tsaro must also part with half of our number. You may think it's a strange and stressful custom, but over the years, it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetso. You also got someone to unlock? Oh, congrats! Have you tried it out yet? Oop. You're here to help then? Well, why don't I show you how to care for a Ronique's coat? Go ahead and run your fingers through it. Gently now. What happened? This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for a job. Mind you, a comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle, like as not. You got your new summon? Nice. Ashipetto sent a Ronique brush with you, did he? How like him? Now, just run through one little patch at a time, gently. They're kind of creepy. Look at its eyes. Ooh, that's creepy. Oop. You smell of the grass and wind. Which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us. You even look the part. Yeah. I have to wonder how Valkoana is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronique. with grazing the Runique and ended up rather far afield. There's always a pattern with the story in Final Fantasy XIV. It's like high, low, high, low. Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Hetzel rather than tread man-made paths, I arrived where I was meant to be all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Runique, as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Tyrol after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzel are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Valkuana. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Juana, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetzel. They nourish the Hetzara as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Runique are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetzara would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our origin line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Runique's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Runique, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Pseudaraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetzara would surely be put two and two together were the cause geological. I measured the area's aether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A large animal, perhaps? A powerful one, like as not. I hate that. A predator given the locals' fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be a Furuhetsu? Furuhetsu? Ronique Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetso in the night is another evocative one. Ronique can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Furuhetsu. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home in its pack both. We're doing Monster Hunter shit. In any case, I believe the source of the Ruining's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this Reaver away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Never fear, we will make certain the beast threatens you no more. Oh? The Runic Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without ever made proper preparations. And if others return from across the plane have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Ooh, I'm scared.